The dinosaurs were wiped out 65 million years ago, but what would happen if they weren't? Well, today I'll try to answer that very question by creating the deadliest dinosaur ever and using it to destroy every creature and civilization in Spore. But before we can actually do that, we must firstly choose our planet, name it the Jurassic planet, and get thrown onto it with the help of a giant meteor. Now welcome to the Cell stage. This is one of the 5 stages the game has to offer, and we progress through the Cell stage by killing every single cell in our way and consuming their flesh. In doing so, we will collect DNA points, which we can use to make our dinosaur cell even deadlier. Speaking of which, I have already killed a bunch of cells, so I'll quickly call over a woman and shit out an egg. But what the hell? Now I gave my little abomination some more fins, and when we emerge out of the egg, we will be able to be much faster, and in doing so, we can kill even more poor and innocent creatures. This will reward us with even more DNA points and special parts, so I think it is once again time to call over a woman. Well done, I also gave our little creature over here 2 poison thingy-majiggies, so now it will be able to kill even more cells in its path. And eventually, it will kill so many of them that it will actually gain a small brain. In doing so, we can now finally evolve into the next stage. But firstly, we do have to upgrade our creature, so we'll give him 2 beautiful legs, spikes, and as well, a butt. Now welcome to the creature stage. Over here, progression is extremely simple. You have to kill every single creature in your path in order to obtain all of the DNA points this world has to offer. And thankfully, we have given our creature all the tools that it needs to destroy its enemies. So say hello to our first target, a creature with a ginormous buttocks. In simple words, it stood absolutely no chance against me, and basically its whole bloodline was soon to follow. But you know what? I was not done yet. I wanted to conquer everything in my vicinity. So I literally defied the laws of physics by doing whatever this is, and moments after that, I sent yet another species to heaven. In doing so, our creature has obtained a bigger brain, which in simple words means that we have more HP. Now secondly, we have also obtained a bunch of DNA points, so that means that we can find ourselves another woman and once again shit out an egg. Okay, that honestly doesn't make sense. So welcome to the creature editor. Over here, we'll take this abomination and turn it into something that actually resembles a dinosaur. With this new build, we have gained a ton of new abilities, like charging, striking, or even spitting venom in the eyes of our enemies. Now, I didn't mention this before, but because we leveled up, we can now also have pack members with us. And in simple words, that means that absolutely no species will stand in our way. Everything will perish. Just look at these bastards. They're absolute cowards. Anyway, before long, we have again obtained a bigger brain. So I once again went back to my base to upgrade our dinosaur into a stronger beast. And for some reason, because I did that, my whole family decided, to leave me behind and migrate to a new nest. Well then, that really doesn't matter, because once I emerge from the slumber of my egg, I use my newfound powers to wreak havoc on all the species in my way. Nobody was safe, and somehow I even managed to take down one of the strongest species. But you know what? Just barely. Given those circumstances, I decided that the best plan of action would be if I went to the new nest and reunite with my family of dinosaurs. Now you might think I did this because I missed them, but no! I wanted to fuck the female! Well then, I once again upgraded our creature, and by now absolutely nothing stood in our way. At least that is what I thought. Because after I uncovered these little monstrosities, my good friend Marcello died in mere seconds, and after that, I soon followed. So of course, after I rose from the dead, I immediately sprinted towards their nest and quickly sent them to heaven. Anyway, there wasn't much else to do in the creature stage, so I just basically killed everything in my path until I eventually got all the DNA points I need to unlock a humongous brain. In doing so, we can now finally evolve to the next stage. But before we can actually do that, I firstly wanted to see just how strong we have gotten. So I decided to attack one of the strongest species out there, a rogue beast. And in simple words, it stood absolutely no chance. It was like drop-kicking a defenseless child. So because of that, I decided to test out my luck on an even bigger species. Yes, you will be destroyed. Well then, I guess it's time for us to continue to the next stage by discovering the art of fire. Alright then, welcome to the tribal stage. Over here, the most important resource is food, because you can use it to make babies or create huts. And in doing so, you will be able to destroy every opposing tribe in your path. So given that explanation, I shall immediately start killing as many species as possible so that I can obtain food. And we will do that by literally exploding them and as well exposing them to totems, which for sure will not harvest their souls. Alright then, we have obtained, quite a lot of food. So we can now create a bunch of babies and begin our conquest of the first tribe, the Brown tribe. Go man, attack, devour their very souls, spare nobody, not even their children. Well then, as you can see, they were wiped out almost instantaneously, and their village was conquered by my dinosaur army. Because of that, our old village has gotten an upgrade. So I'll spend all of my food to make a ton of babies, so that I will be able to destroy every singular tribe on the map. Speaking of which, we have found 3 new tribes to attack: the Cyan, Pink and Green tribe. And fun enough, the Pink village is being ransacked by a giant epic. So I will of course take this opportunity to quickly attack them and kill all of their men, women and children. Ah yes, another one bites the dust. Well then, not gonna lie, up to this point everything was going quite swimmingly. But then, this happened. Yeah, some dumb tribe decided to attack me. And I did have some problems, but eventually I did manage to kill all of them by using explosions. But you know what? That wasn't enough. I wanted revenge. I wanted to destroy the very fabric of their being out of this planet. So I brutally devoured the souls of every single inhabitant of the village. And lastly, I burned down their hut. Now, the last thing we have to do in the tribal stage is attack the Lavender village, which is the strongest village of them all. And I'm going to be completely honest, I have no idea how I actually survived, because I just clicked attack and let my man do all of the work, and somehow they actually managed to kill all of them while I was on the toilet. So when I came back, I of course burned down their village, and now we can finally progress to the modern stage, where the dinosaurs have now unlocked critical thinking, and they have amassed some amazing ideas of creating nukes, tanks, and of course, muffins. Now welcome to the modern stage. Over here the most important thing is fart gas, aka spice. Because with this thing we will be able to get a ton of money, and with that we can grow our cities to create even more money, which we will use to create a tank army. And well, I think it's needless to explain what happened next, because we destroyed every single city in our path. Race, religion, gender, none of it mattered, because all must perish in order for the dinosaurs to grow. Anyway, after conquering the whole continent with our tanks and violating the Geneva Convention for probably at least 100 times, we have unlocked some planes. So it is time for us to take to the skies and destroy all who stand in our way. And by that I literally mean incinerating their whole bodies using nuclear weapons.